Hello divine beings, welcome to Demella Universe. We are Velastri. Thank you so much for joining us. It's time for a tarot reading. Let us see what Spirit would like to share with us today. Beautiful beings, we have uploaded the collective weekly reading for the 12th to the 18th of June 2023. Let us see what's coming through at this time. Let's pull some numerology. Okay. Three of clubs, which would be the Three of Wands. Okay, so three is all about stability. Three is all about grounding, stability, feeling really aligned with your frequencies at one, stable, balanced. And with the Wands frequency coming through, you are starting to receive that which is aligning to your true frequencies. What you are receiving is stable at this time. What you are being offered is stable at this time. It is your ships coming in. It is the arrival of stability, of grounding. You are coming into a period where you are finally creating through source, through your highest frequency, thus that which is manifesting, that which the physical environment and you as a physical being, that which you are transforming into, that which your physical environment is transforming into, your relationships, your experiences, situations, they are now stable. It is you creating source, through source, as source, with source, within source, offering all that you are to source, from source, through source, from you, through you, with you, within you, to you. It is the true expression of you, which of course then is existence, which is love. Okay, let us pull some tarot. Vitriest alovembia vorturgia vetriest cadis. Okay. At the center of the read, judgment. And look how aligned with that opening message. Spirit seeing you, you being open and vulnerable and naked, you being you, and source seeing you to create you. From you, through you, as you, to you. From source, through source, as source, to source. That's the center. And this is a beautiful new stage you're stepping into. As you will see in the weekly reading, it requires you to really be one with source and to trust in the unknown, because you're now operating from the space of vulnerability. You don't have any walls up, right? When you're conditioned, immediately you're conditioned to have walls up because you're conditioned to be separate, you're conditioned to be different, you're conditioned to be and when we say different, we mean different from, the separation of difference, not the unique difference that source is, but rather you are male, you are female, you're this race, you're this religion, source is only aligned to this religion and this belief. When you're this gender, you have to do this. When you're that gender, you have to do this. Right? It's just this otherness, which distorts you and it takes away from the truth of you. That is being dissolved, where you are now creating in the space of openness. There aren't any walls because you don't have to put up walls. Where you are source, all is source. You know your frequency of command. You know your power now. You know your strength now. You know how dominant your frequency of intention is. So when you are source, all is source. I don't have to shield myself, for all will be source. All that is not source will not be. That's your power. And you claim it now. You're no longer... but it's not real, and in this world I have to protect myself. No, those illusions, those controls, those things that keep you in that space of lack, you're no longer interested in co-creating when you're now claiming your truth completely. Okay, within, Seven of Wands, Sorry, beautiful beings, we're expecting a delivery and we thought we heard it, so we're just checking it. Let's just, there we are. Without. Six of Wands, yes. We really love this energy. Oh, that's glorious energies this week. At this time. Look at this. Below we have the Two of Pentacles. And above we have crowning. Above we have the Hanged Man, the Hanged Being. And it also came out, it flipped out, it feels this is the alignment, and this is also the alignment we had in the collective weekly. So we always enjoy when the energies really confirm what's happening with clarity. At the base, the Nine of Swords. Okay, and we're going to take the Empress because the Empress came up, and the Moon. And there's reasons why. Okay, so in the collective weekly reading, we have the Baby card, which would be 3, the Empress, and in that particular deck, it has the Moon in, and here's the Moon again at the base of the card, so there's beautiful synchronicity. And, okay, thank you, Source, you want us to bring this message again. Nine of Swords, release worry, release doubt. You are creating in very different energies at this time, which is why you're a bit worried, because this is a huge step in the unknown, and it is odd because you feel that this is where you're meant to be, but it's so different from what you've always been, and that's what's triggering the anxiety. And what really makes it worse is when you think of the future, and that's why Source is saying release the future, release the past, really be present. Source is present, always. Source does not digress into these non-existent spaces. Source is present, for this is where we create dominantly. So as soon as you're in a future that doesn't exist, in a past that's already gone, you're absent that frequency of presence, so anxiety, frustration, and worry. But as soon as you're just in this moment and you align this moment with you and clarity, you feel great. But as soon as you think, oh, but I have to think of the kids and what's going to happen with the kids next week, and anxiety, and so saying, stop deciding that your kids or your work or your family is not going to be safe within the presence of Source. Why would you go outside of Source in order to safeguard your family? Why on earth would you have the idea that in your mind, in the egoic programming, that's a safer, more secure space than in Source? And it's for you to really come to that seeing of your doubt in order for you to release doubt. Because it's time to have fierce faith and belief in the Source you are, in the truth of you, in the love of you, in the existence of you, in your power of manifestation. Because at this time, this beautiful time, you are coming into your power, that which you came to give birth to, that which you came to plant, to seed, to give life to in this physical realm, is ready now to manifest in your experience, is ready to be born. You are ready now to align with your destiny, because the only thing that was stopping you from living your destiny was creating in the fear, in the illusion, in the programming, was suspending yourself when you were not being Source, when you were postponing to yourself, when you were creating in the absence of your truth. That was the only thing that was keeping you from manifesting your destiny. For how can you manifest your destiny when you're not at Source, when you're not in your truth? You cannot become an oak tree if you don't plant an acorn. You can't plant a sunflower seed and expect an oak tree. If you want a sunflower, plant a sunflower seed. If you want an oak tree, plant an acorn. If you want your destiny, be your destiny, plant your destiny, plant you. You need to be the seed of you. And that is what you healed yourself to. And so this is a powerful time where you are finally allowing yourself to be seen, to be open, to be vulnerable, to receive that which is you, your stability, your truth, to be seen, no longer trying to be something else, no longer trying to be that which is not you, existing in your fullness. Thus, you are now finally in a stage, in a transitional stage, where you're coming to the manifestation of you. We also really felt this in the winter and summer reading, and we're going to have a divine tea. There's a lot more depth to this, and we're going to bring it through. We were going to do it in a Ra, 30 days to Ra, but Ra said, no, Velastri, you've got this, you do the whole thing. So we'll be doing it in a divine tea. Ra said they would like to bring in something else. So we're going to do this in a divine tea, so that we just completely channel from the frequency that we work with, which is the divine star frequency, existence, complete existence, accepting all that you are and being. That is the frequency that's weaving. That's the energy that's currently being activated. And we at a soul space, that's literally part of our alchemy. So we are going to be interpreting these energies for you. This is what's really happening right now. You are finally allowing all that you have ever been, all the unknown within, that's all of you without. And now that that's happening, everything, including you, the way you behave, your personality, the way that you be, your tastes, your textures, your flavors, everything about you is now finally breaking free from the illusion, and you're finding yourself discovering who you are again, discovering who you are from scratch. So don't be too worried and concerned when you're finding out, but I'm so different. I'm no longer the person I am, but what I wanted is no longer there. The stability that I thought was stable is no longer stable. What's going on? Source is saying, you are a different being. You have always been an acorn, but you thought yourself a sunflower. And we do enjoy, sunflowers are beautiful and bright and vibrant and beautiful. And there are other beings who are sunflowers and they're doing beautifully, but you're an acorn, you're an oak tree. And you've finally reclaimed the oak tree you are. And a sunflower and oak tree have very different experiences. So yes, your dreams are very different now. Your destination is very different now. Your journey is very different now. Your goals are very different now. Because now they are of your truth, not of what you had been programmed to be. 7 of Wands, your soul is victorious within. Finally, Source is winning. Source has won. Source is victorious over your doubts, your insecurities, your programming, the external physical world, the illusions of Source. This was true Source, and these other ones are all the illusions of Source, the programming, the religions, the societals, the traditions, the cultures, the peer pressures, the whatever it was that you thought you had to be, that were pushing you back. Here you are claiming your truth. No, you can't be. No, you can't be. No, you can't be. But you have to, for family, no, but society, no, but for your work, but no, but, and you're like, oh, but, and Source saying, finally we've won, and look, you've lit the fire, you've lit your creative spark on the true Source you are. Source has won. And now Source is saying, trust now. Trust us to show you the victory, the victorious you, the spoils of the work you have done, the beautiful rewards, the treasures of you. And here you see it with the 6 of Wands without. You are finally being seen. Here you are now, the wand, your spark, you're seen, you're celebrated. You finally exist, you're successful. You are beginning a whole frequency of you in your light, in your truth, successful and rich and powerful in who you truly are, in your frequency. You're accepting yourself. You're no longer allowing other people to judge you, to tell you you're not good enough, to criticize every little bit of yourself, to nitpick at every little thing and to pull you down. You've released them, you've released them, you've released them all. And you've decided, you know what, I don't actually care what everybody else thinks about me. I'm going to be what feels like love, what feels like truth, what feels like me, what feels like Source, what feels like home, like breathing, like ease, like peace. And I'm going to allow that to create my destiny. I'm going to allow me to create my destiny. The truth of me. I'm going to be seen. And it's a beautiful energy of success, of victory. You're no longer postponing. You have righted the hanged being frequency. Here you are. This is where you were suspending yourself, hanging yourself, not allowing yourself to be. But you've righted it. Look, your crown, your higher frequencies are balanced now. You're now ready. You have switched everything the other way around. You've allowed yourself to be on top. Where the world puts you like this, you have righted yourself to you. And even though everything seems upside down, inside out, completely inverse of what you were programmed, oh, it's right. It's right because it's you. It's you. And at the base, balance. Finally, balance. Dropping everything. Dropping the whole world, the whole reality, the whole lifetime, the whole life experience, everything that is not you being dropped, being released. And you claiming you, receiving you, allowing you, as within, without. Finally, the source you are, manifest in all frequencies of you. You are stepping into this world. It's a very new, different world. And the only reason why you are freaking out or upset or worried is because, but things aren't here yet. And so saying, be patient. We have you. We've got you. We've got you. Look at how far I've come, and look at how we've had you every single step of the way. And everything you want will be here. We will not give it to you sooner than your divine perfection, because we are not deviating from this space. You can't ask us to give you all that you are when you're not yet being all that you are. That requires us to stop being all that we are, and we're not going to stop being all that we are for you. You do the work. You do the work. You are the creator. Why should all of source within the frequencies of love step away from love because you are not doing the work? And you've done the work. And so saying you've done the work. Now it's time for you to be patient, because the only thing is timing. And the time is ripening. It's ripening. From some of you it's ripened and you're already feeling it. For others of you it's on the precipice of beautiful things. And as you just keep centering and allowing the fullness, remember it's your discovery. We can't take you and put you somewhere. There's no point in that. We don't control you. That we do not control you. We are simply teaching you how to truly take ownership of your beautiful, powerful, creative life. How to take true control of your life, which is you be the frequency of well-being and source within, and allow everything to take the shape of it. That is how you align with your destiny. And by doing this, you shift realms, you shift worlds to realities and frequencies which align with you, within your truth, within your clarity, within your love. Blessed be.